How I edited my first video in Adobe Premiere Pro honestly surprised me. I didn't expect it to be as overwhelming, frustrating, and strangely satisfying as it was, but the moment I exported that final cut, it just felt different. It felt like I actually made something. If you've been curious about what it's like jumping into Premiere for the first time, or you've been putting it off because it looks too complicated, keep watching, because I'm going to walk you through what went right, what almost made me rage quit, and why I'm glad I stuck with it. And trust me, you'll want to stay till the end, because there's one shortcut I learned way too late that could have saved me hours. Also, if you're just getting started, I've got a full Adobe Premiere Pro tutorial for beginners linked in the description that'll seriously make your first edit 10 times easier. So when I first opened Premiere Pro, I was completely lost. Panels everywhere, a timeline I didn't know how to use, tools I didn't recognize. It felt like I had accidentally launched the cockpit of an airplane. I knew the software was powerful, but that first impression made me question if I was even ready to try. Still, I had this footage I really wanted to put together, and I figured worst case, I could just cut a few clips and call it a day. Getting the media imported was honestly easier than I thought. Drag and drop, boom, it's there. But the moment I hit the timeline, things got messy. I didn't know about track targeting, audio syncing, or how to trim without messing up the rest of the timeline. My first few cuts were pure chaos. But then I discovered the razor tool, and everything clicked. Suddenly I was slicing clips, deleting dead space, and actually shaping a story. The part that really pulled me in, though, was the effects controls. I started playing with zooms, opacity fades, and cross dissolves. Nothing fancy, just small touches that made the video feel more alive. I added background music, adjusted volume levels, and even color corrected a few clips without fully understanding what I was doing. And you know what? It looked way better than I expected. Now, I'm not going to lie, there were some moments where I thought I broke something. The playback would freeze, the audio would lag behind the video, or an effect wouldn't render correctly. I panicked more than once thinking I ruined the project. But every single time, a quick YouTube search or a reset of the workspace fixed the issue. And that's one thing I'll say about Premiere. It might throw you off sometimes, but it always gives you a way back on track. By the time I was adding titles and exporting, I finally felt like I was in control. It didn't matter that the edit wasn't perfect. What mattered was that I went from total confusion to building a full video with pacing, music, transitions, and my own personal touch. And once that export bar hit 100%, I watched it back and thought, okay, I get why people love this software now. Looking back, the biggest thing I wish I had learned earlier was how to use nested sequences. It's one of those hidden tools that cleans up your timeline and makes edits way easier to manage, especially when you're layering effects. I go over that in my tutorial too, so again, check that out if you're jumping into this for the first time. It'll save you so much time and confusion. So yeah, editing my first video in Adobe Premiere Pro wasn't smooth, but it was worth it. It showed me how much is possible with just a little patience and curiosity. And once you get past that first hurdle, the whole thing starts to feel really fun. Like you're not just dragging clips around, you're actually crafting something. And when you hit play and watch it back, knowing you built it from scratch, there's just nothing like it. If you're on the fence about diving into Premiere, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start messy, start confused, but just start. You'll be surprised how fast it clicks. And if you want that head start I wish I had, the full beginner's tutorial is waiting in the description.